welcome to Health Hits Experience.
The anger is sort of what keeps me going.
This is how change works. It's small things all gathered together.
Make sure that the rest of the group knows.
So I need to know that you have my back on this.
Hi. Oh, hello. And welcome to Health Hits Experience. I'm your dungeon master. Brittany Lee.
Just stop that.
I'm gonna run that into the ground.
Apparently.
I'm Brad Baranski. I'm your dungeon master currently. I am joined by the crew of the Valkyrie. But most importantly, I've been lying. We've been lying. We're damn dirty liars.
It's time to come clean.
It's time to, I'm so sorry. Brittany?
Oh, it's my fault. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Normally, this would be the part where I'd be over there saying stuff, but we are going to be doing this group one more week.
One more.
So next week, it's going to be the same group of your rascally Valkyrie crew. And then the week after, we're taking a week off for Easter weekend. And then we'll be back with the Ether Bastards with that big old cliffhanger that I left y'all with. Oops. Sorry.
My bad.
My bad. That one's on me for having to do a cliffhanger before Rob went on his gallivanting.
But that means that the crew of the Valkyrie can stretch their legs just a little bit more. And that's fine by me. In fact, are there any more announcements or anything like that?
The only thing is, like, if you haven't seen, I have a new video on my YouTube channel. Well, it's not new anymore, but I have a video on my YouTube channel. And you've got commissions open.
I do. I have commissions open. I'm taking art commissions. You can find that at Nina Wolverina on Twitter or Instagram. I do D&D tokens for all of you who play D&D. I hope you do. You're watching this.
Don't live vicariously. Play D&D.
Play D&D, and if you do, buy art from me of your characters.
Yeah,
I know at least
Thanks.
one person in chat who doesn't play D&D. Matt.
Call him out.
Damn.
Call him
That's
out.
always ever just a
Damn.
yet, though.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Using the man's government name. Not even his handle. You know.
You gotta let him
doesn't
stay
it.
anonymous.
Yeah.
It's on anonymity.
No anonymity here.
Call out.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Cool. You guys, anything?
Nah, I don't do much.
Yeah, don't perceive me.
You're in the wrong place. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You might want to go home.
Into a camera. Do not
I'm no
look at
longer-
me.
What camera am I looking at? Don't perceive me.
Well, I think that was the wrong one. But
Sure.
so that said, let's just refresh everyone's memory as to who we are. Starting over here, please.
Hi, don't perceive me. No, you would know me as Moderator Lemons. I don't know where I'm looking.
Right
Everyone has the red light on.
I am having a very small breakdown right now. No, my name is
As is
Taylor.
normal with Dungeons and Dragons.
This is normal with this show.
This is
Oh
true.
yeah, fair.
I am Taylor. I am also Moderator Lemons. Hello.
I am Lindsey. I'm the social media manager still here for Health Hits Experience. Great.
And who do you two play?
I am playing our plasmoid friend, Miss Brenda.
And I am playing our Dompier, or as we're kind of giving it a sci-fi reskin of like Fanctum, I think. Yeah, okay,
Fanctum?
Fanctum. Yeah, you came up with that.
Fanctum.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. I mean, it's a neat word.
Yeah, you.
It is. No, I agree.
You were
Yeah.
being an asshole.
I was just like, oh, look at that
really
Fanctum.
good. Sounded really good.
Cool.
Yeah. So Fanctum character Trix.
Nice. Neat.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Hi, I'm Nina. I do art and stuff, and I kind of helped with some stuff early on when the show was starting up.
And who do you play?
And I play Zrab. He's a dude.
Just a guy.
Just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
Just a little feral,
Just a little feral man.
little feral dude.
Owl thing.
Pretty?
Hi, I'm Pretty. If you don't know who I am, you're in the wrong place. Sorry. You should have been paying attention. I'm playing Bwick, who is also just a little guy, a little owl alien, just a little funky little sciencey.
Okay.
You can say just a little guy.
Just
it's
a
okay.
little guy
Just
who
a
also
little
is
dude.
really
Just another
into
little guy.
philosophy, I think.
Yeah. We
Not
discovered
the
that.
stabby one. The one that's not stabby.
Not stabby yet.
Stabby
Yeah.
with
That's true.
chemistry.
Yeah.
And not stabby in philosophy.
But like the nature of what is being alive, I think.
Yeah, the dichotomy of self. We went into that.
Exactly.
We did a little.
Also, egg.
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 Eggs in chat.
Oh,
Ready, go.
man. It wasn't me this time.
Also, exclamation point Schmel, please, I'm begging you.
It's not even here.
I know, but I love him.
So, with that, because we do have some space to cover, as it were.
Space.
Space, get it? Bang! We're gonna
Killing it.
actually jump right in. Is that the volume? There we go. We're gonna jump right in. And we're gonna
Take a little sippy.
Take a little sip.
gotta clear out
Remember to
the.
hydrate. It's important.
It's
We
yeah.
need a hydrate command.
Command,
I'm
That's
on it.
command
Hydrate.
hydrate. Command hydrate. I'm sorry.
Sorry, it's like we're planning behind the scenes stuff of the stream, not like we're actually live right now.
Right
Oh
now.
my god.
The fun thing of that is that I can do that right
Oh my
now.
god.
Brenda.
I'm paying attention.
Brenda. You're floating. You're floating in an endless sea of opaque, vaguely crystalline, faceted magic. You blink. And you're standing in a throne room. Now, one would think decadence in a throne room. But that's not this. As you look around the room, you see barely anything in the way of furniture or pomp. The room around you is immense, the way that most throne rooms would be. To evoke a sense of imperious nature, you know, make the monarch larger than life. But as you look around, you see that with a room so big and it's so empty, all you get is a sense of melancholy. Though the room is not completely empty. On the dais in front of the throne is an ornate, well, the throne is an ornate black chair. Not grand, but not subtle either. And on the approach, you see what looks like a large, white, bone white sarcophagus. Around the outside, it is decorated with deep purple gems placed evenly around the walls of it on the outside. You see a figure in the box, but it's covered with an ornate blue drapery with spiraling magic symbols on it. That, can you give me an Arcana check, please?
18. That's a dirty 20.
That even with a dirty 20, make your head hurt. Tending to this sarcophagus and this shrouded figure are 4 hooded humanoid shapes.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, I'd like to take a closer look at the humanoid shapes, of course.
In the robes?
Yes.
In hooded robes?
See if I
and-
can figure out what they're doing specifically, or even like who, if I can figure out who they are, if I know anything.
So, where you are in the room, you would need to approach them.
Okay.
And you seem to be standing out in the open.
Do they see me?
No. Well, let me back up one. Are you trying to hide anywhere in this big open room?
Not yet.
Okay. Then, I guess if you're not trying to hide, one would make the assumption that they would be seeing you, but they're not paying attention to you. Distinct difference.
I'd like to approach them. I think. Am I standing?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And everything around you is shimmering with a very faint, pink, opaque, faintly crystalline shimmering energy.
Okay. And there's nothing. I turn around, look behind me. There's nothing I'm missing.
No.
Cool. I guess I approach them.
Okay.
And I would say, excuse me, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Where am I?
They do not acknowledge you. They are mumbling.
They're mumbling. Can I make out any of what they're saying?
Would you give me a perception roll, please?
Not as good. 12.
With a 12, you can make out some words. All right? The language is not something that you are familiar with, but the magic surrounding you and seeming to permeate the area around you seems to be translating some things. And you hear words like chrysalis, Raja, Great One, and Power.
Can I look in the sarcophagus? Is it open?
It is open, but again, it is. You do see a figure in the
shrouded
box, a
figure.
humanoid figure,
Yeah.
but it is covered in like a deep blue, ornate blue drapery with the spiraling magic symbols all over it.
I really don't want to touch it.
Well, I guess the question is, do you touch it?
Yeah.
Your hand passes through it,
Passes right through.
out
The
right
magic
through everything.
symbols?
Everything,
Oh.
as though nothing is corporeal. And then they back away, and a pulse of magical energy leaves them. And and they seal the sarcophagus with magic, floating the lid. Bone white, just like the rest of it, and adorned with a single large purple gem. And as it floats in, whatever drapery that was resting over the outside slithers in,
Like it moved itself.
like it moved itself
Great.
into
Fun.
the sarcophagus. And when it seals, there is a flash of purple energy.
Okay.
And when that flash of purple energy happens, you find yourself in the hold of a swaying sailing vessel. Standing there, the sarcophagus is propped in the corner of the hold.
It's still. So we're not on the Valkyrie right now.
You aren't.
Oh, great. Cool. Ominous. So ominous.
You're standing in the hold of this giant cargo vessel, and you can feel it shifting under your feet. But would you know what water hitting a hull sounds like? Could you
Yeah.
deduct that? Like,
Yeah, I think so.
okay. Then that's what you hear.
I think she would be able to at least recognize that it was water.
well, with the adventure novels.
Yeah, and
Right.
probably a couple movies in there here.
No, there you go. I mean, like, media does exist, right?
Yeah, you know what?
Duh.
It doesn't matter.
How silly of me.
It's 250 years before.
What is silly with space? You've got
Space media.
spaceships. Why would you have movies? What is silly?
We don't have them anymore in the current day campaign because, the Solarians hate fun.
And, there was genocide. and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Yeah, there was that. But,
But we're in the past, so it's fine.
So, back. Now, speaking of, you're in the hold of this ship. And you hear as little feet on wood.
Like they're walking, not like they're kicking against like a wood door. Okay.
Not like no. There's no distress to this sound.
Okay.
But you see a small rodent like cabin boy come peeking around a shelf
Okay.
and like walking, and it looks like he's trying to work up a nerve to touch it,
To touch it?
to touch this
Does
thing.
he see me? I am hiding at this point.
Roll stealth, please.
Okay. That's not one.
Oh boy.
It's hard to hide when you're bright pink.
Yeah, that's true.
No, he does not.
Oh, okay. Wow.
What you see is he reaches up and he goes to touch it. His hand's shaking.
I'm gonna shout, don't stop.
And he seems to stop and then steel himself, buttress himself,
I'm gonna try. I just whacked
and
my
then he
mic upside.
reaches out, and as soon as he touches it, another flash of purple light.
Okay.
You're in a stateroom. The clothes of the room full of individuals of all different species. It reeks of old nobility, something out of your adventure novels. And the individual standing at the podium smacks a gavel. Sold! A wonderful piece! And the sarcophagus is on a platform next to him. And when you look at it, there is a slight shine from the large gem on the front of it,
It looked unnatural. Not like it caught the light, like it was.
shining.
Yeah. Okay.
One last flash. Everything's rumbling. As the ship you're on is shaken in the debris field that it's accelerating through. You see a woman with long green plant-like dreadlocks and purple skin. She's berating a man with curved ram horns and goldish skin. I cannot believe you brought that trash. It's weighing us down. And he says calmly, it was my grandfather's, and he says it's an artifact. Baby, if Kudo Tume is gone, there needs to be a record of its history. The ship promptly smashes into an asteroid and blows up. You wake up.
I gotta stop drinking coffee before bed. Am I on the Valkyrie at this point?
Yeah, you're in your quarters. So, that said, it is now catching up. It has been a year and a half since the Valkyrie has been flying.
We're friends now.
You're
Buddy.
friends.
I hope so.
What does your quarters look like? What does Miss Brinda's quarters look like? The fifth room on the Valkyrie has been transformed into a clinic of sorts. It's not just a Med kit.
I was thinking actually after last stream that she was looking for her med kit, but plasmoids can store things inside their persons, and I was like, why would I look for it? It would just be right here.
But you're so panicked. You're
Yeah,
like,
it's
where is
right
it?
Where is it?
It's on your head, Mom.
Oh, my
Your glasses are on your head now.
Wow, where's my cell phone? I can't find it anywhere. Done that. So her quarters share the same space as the clinic, is correct?
I guess that's up to you.
I think definitely there would probably be like one of those like curtains to separate, but it would definitely be half clinic and half
Oh, okay.
half quarters, and the quarter side would be just
There's only four
like,
of you, so I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
it would be just an explosion of things that she's collected along the way, souvenirs like silk scarves draped from whatever surface she can, and like beads and costume jewelry, just like cheap little trinkets,
Oh, cool.
like a collection of that. And the other half is meticulous. So there's none of that like, oh, oops, I accidentally dropped all of my beads on whoever's open on my table. You know? Sorry, I know that your ribs hurt. We did something with that. Also, I've been missing a ring. So
Zrab, I lost a really nice necklace last week about the time you got cut open. So
That's not a problem, is it?
yeah, definitely very, very colorful, just like no cohesion to it, just an explosion of joy and fun
Okay.
and adventure.
okay.
I
Big
love
collection
her
of
so
books.
much.
I do too.
So what do you do? Or do you do anything?
Well, have I had a dream like that before?
Roll history.
Okay. That's another dirty 20.
Yeah.
Ever since the magic touched you, you've had weird dreams, but nothing like this.
Okay. I think I would go tell Trix.
Okay.
Definitely. I would go find where you are on the ship and
Would Trix be in her room?
Yeah, she probably would be.
What's Trix's room look like?
oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Are we currently traveling or are we currently docked somewhere?
Let's say you're just in between. Well, you're traveling to the next job, which we will get to very soon.
Okay.
After you go and find
Your room.
Trix.
Yeah, go ahead.
I imagine, as considering her background previously and how she's kind of been turning a new leaf, finding a new identity and stuff, she's really embracing what she couldn't back at home. And her room's a mess.
Yeah.
It's just it's a mess for
Fuck you,
For-
Mom.
19.
Absolutely fuck you, Mom.
19-year-old that didn't really going through her rebellious phase, kind of in a way, but so yeah, I imagine it kind of makes Miss Brenda a little just like, it's okay, it's what it is, stuff like that. But
Yeah,
just
I
kinda
mean,
that.
I'm not your mother. I'm not in charge of making you do what you want, but I'd step over whatever you've got on the floor. Like all my stuff is like hanging, but you've just got it everywhere. So I'm like,
yeah, pretty much. I imagine she would be that kind that also she's got like tapestries and stuff on the
Yeah.
walls and all that. She's
Cool.
that kind. Yeah.
You don't have like band posters or anything like that?
I mean, I imagine there's bands, so she probably would.
There has to be.
There has to be.
This is before fun was destroyed.
Okay, then yes, I think absolutely she
Space 60s
would.
band names.
Space 60s.
Space 60s band names in the chat.
In the chat.
Please.
Yeah.
There's some
I'm
really
down
good
for
ones
that.
out there, I know for sure.
Please and thank you. Also, egg.
So,
egg in the chat.
yeah, and also when you come in there, she'd probably just be kind of laying there on her bed,
Laying.
like upside down, like sort of thing, whatever. Probably as her avatar self of her in other places.
Yeah.
Just kind of around, just kind of messing around, really.
Messing around.
Yeah.
I don't mean to bother you.
It's never a bother.
This is gonna sound silly. I had a weird dream.
I like weird dreams.
It felt important. It felt important.
Important how?
there were these people, and they had these robes on, and I couldn't see their face, but then there was like this magic all around, and there was like a big sarcophagus, and the room was empty, and it was huge, and I couldn't hide it anywhere, and I was just standing there. It was so weird. I came up, and they were mumbling something, and there were a couple words, but anyway, then the sarcophagus sealed itself, and the fabric went, and it was so weird, so weird.
Sounds
And,
badass.
well,
Creepy, badass.
Yeah, I can see how you would think that. Lovingly, I say that, but and then I was on a boat, like in the water, but like in the book. It was cool. It was cool. That part was cool. But then there was like a little boy there, and I told him not to touch it, and obviously he couldn't hear me because it was a dream, and you can't hear anyone in a dream, right? And then he touched it, and then it was being sold at an auction, and it was like magical. I should have mentioned that before. It was magical. And then there was like a gem, and it was purple, and it was shining, but it wasn't like a normal shine. And then there were these people. Yeah.
Cool.
We should tell.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think so. Do the hooded figures or anything sound familiar to me at all?
History check, please.
Check. Am I any good at that? Probably not. We are
Also, are we
having
captain at
issues.
this point? We're a year and a half in. Are we captain now?
Are we captain?
I mean, if it's up to me, I would say yeah.
That's not gonna be any good. 7.
A good 7? You have no idea what
I don't
she
think
is.
it's your fault.
You explained it really
Miss
well.
Brenda came in hot. Just came in with some, I dreamed about some things. And
I'm just processing all that.
yeah.
All right.
But this is not the first time Miss Brenda has probably come in hot with some dreams.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
telling tricks about
true.
it, you know. One would imagine.
That's true.
I want to reiterate, though. I know I tell a lot of stories. You know I love stories. This one was weird. Important weird.
I like weird. Let's go tell Robin Wick about it.
Yeah.
That name.
Wick.
I couldn't Zrabwick. Professor Zrabwick. Like,
It's one of those things where it's like he'll respect you more if you make an effort.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a cultural name.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense. I shouldn't be the one saying that.
Yeah. As someone who gets their name mispronounced frequently, yeah.
Well, okay, if we're talking about people mispronouncing names,
Oh, yeah.
it shouldn't be that hard to say pretty, but you
I
know,
bet you get Brittany so
much. So much. So I just start spelling my name at people. Anyway, it's not important.
So-
We're hanging out. We're hanging out.
Are
we on the
we're just on
bridge?
a little stream, guys. Let's just hang out.
This is the stream of consciousness stream.
Yeah, right in the middle of everything. So Zrab and Bwick, I would imagine that they don't share a room. Probably not.
No.
Yeah, let's not, you know. However, by now, they have, as discussed previously, probably taken over captaining duties, right? Mm-hmm. Because, like, Trix ain't trying to. No. And Miss Brenda, she's just along for the ride.
She's just along for the ride. She just wants to buy trinkets and make sure no one gets hurt. And
There
make
we
fun
go.
of them if they do, but in that loving wine aunt way.
And after a little bit out in the actual space, Zrab and Bwick have gotten a little bit more of a sense of things besides egg, knife, boom.
Egg knife.
They've grown
and
beyond
failed
that.
explosion.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there wasn't actually a
There
boom.
wasn't
No,
a
we
boom.
didn't boom
Wasn't
it.
a
I
boom.
think Wick regrets it ever since. It
Drives
could've
it
been
different.
So cool.
So the two of you go find them. So where would you two be on the ship?
I feel like the bridge.
Yeah, probably.
The bridge is not large. It's more Falcon than Enterprise. Can I say that?
I mean, we do enough that I can't stop anybody anymore.
Okay. I didn't know.
If they come for us because we said that,
If
then
we're not making money, then it shouldn't
that's
matter.
true.
That's
we make $0.
It's
what
more,
are they going to
it's
get
more
mad at us
schmalkin
for?
Schmalkin.
than Schmenter Schmeiz.
Free advertising? We're not making money. They can't. Anyway.
Couple of chairs and like the controls. But again, the Valkyrie is very high end, right? By now it's a little, it's been maintained, but it's not like cutting edge. It's not like cutting edge anymore. But she is doing still very, very top end. But Zephyr is sitting in the pilot's chair piloting, and you guys are traveling to the next location of the next job. Again, you find there's just like a couple of chairs and the console where Zephyr's sitting, and you two are in a couple of chairs there. So you find them on the bridge.
Exact same deal, except maybe at this point I think she's calmed down a little bit to be able to put like a couple more important details in there, but it's like da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Are they like facing where they're sitting? Are they like facing the door, or are they facing away from
Facing
the door?
away, facing the like whatever like screen or window there is to see things.
Yeah, are we doing like spaceship, or like treasure planet ships?
Oh yeah,
'Cause
that's
that's what happens in the future, so it's fine either way. Treasure planet ships is what I run with.
Okay. Well, I mean, a little of both. I designed the
both.
Valkyrie to be like spaceship.
Yeah, spaceship. It's,
But if by now
it's
you want to
250 years before anything happens.
right, if you want
Styles
to
change.
Styles change, exactly.
you know,
Solar sails become more in fashion later on.
here we go.
Right. So
They're more green.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, would that really count if you're not protecting the Earth?
Yes. It
Yeah,
counts.
it's more environmentally conscious, and space is an environment.
Space is an environment. Anyways, we're not gonna have this argument because
Yeah,
we're gonna be here
we're-
all day.
We're on a spaceship.
Same
We're on a
here.
spaceship.
We're just chilling. Hey
We're
guys.
chilling. We're
Hey,
hanging
guys.
out. Wick is feet up on whatever surface he can put his feet up on.
It's gonna be like door open. I had a dream. Bleh.
I think
like-
Wick looks upside down at you because like that's the only direction that he can move.
Could I try
Zrab
to-
very slowly spins around in his chair as you're going and just like stares at you like no selling it. He's just like,
Go ahead. Well, I was going to try and interject before that. Trix was going to notice that they were looking away, and she wanted to go to Miss Brenda like, I know this is really important, but can I try to scare them real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then she wants to try to quietly
Okay.
sneak in.
Oh sure,
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
it all
totally.
happens at
Yeah.
the same time.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And then she's going to be trying to quietly sneak in and start climbing on the walls.
Oh, I want to.
Oh,
I want to
good.
roll. I want to roll.
so
Absolutely.
we're like paying attention to Miss Brenda.
Yeah, so
as
it
you
was
do
like a
this.
pre thing,
Yeah.
and so like
Yeah.
she would let.
Okay, so give me a. So if you two are paying full attention to Miss Brenda, because Miss Brenda,
yeah,
bah,
bopped in. Yeah.
we're
Like-
gonna say.
Like a saloon swinging
Yeah,
doors.
yeah, yeah.
I'm here. Listen to my dream.
Did you guys install saloon swinging doors into
You
the?
bet I did.
That was a Wick Brenda like collaboration.
And then Trix was
Absolutely.
like seal of
We
approval.
found it in a saloon on a planet, and we're like, oh, this is for us.
I'm just gonna
there we go.
take. Just,
You guys just like took them. You just like took them. That's fair.
You're pirates. We are pirates.
We're not. We're bounty helpers.
Bounty helpers.
I'm charismatic, and I got the owner
Got 'em
to
for a
give
deal.
it to us.
Got them for a steal.
Yeah.
Are we rolling for insight?
I want to roll for perception.
or perception rather?
To see if I, but like I want to see what I see.
Stealth, because I want to help.
Ooh,
Yeah,
ooh, ooh.
well,
Dirty
you are
20.
helping. So roll stealth with advantage
Nice.
and roll perception
I'm gonna do the
with disadvantage.
No need. I rolled a 1.
Well,
No
okay,
need.
my lowest is a dirty 20.
Okay.
25 on stealth.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. All right. So
It's like corner of my eye kind of thing. Like I see something, but I don't acknowledge it.
so you managed to get over the like. Are you going under or over?
I'm going over because then what she's gonna do is like be like, we have something exciting to tell you.
That's what. That's just as that happens, Brenda just bursts in.
Yeah, like Brenda comes in, does that, and she's like, yeah, we got something very important to tell you.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Love a good bit.
Yeah, and then
Love
she'll
a
be
bit.
like, thanks, Brenda.
So
the
that
best.
happens.
Yeah.
Captains.
Zrab falls out of his chair. Over the back, he like scrambles back and like falls over and then pops up from behind it with feathers like fluffed up, like when a cat gets scared. And he's got his claws out and his pupils are dilated and he's just like looking at you. And then he goes, yeah, what's up? No, you didn't get me.
You didn't get me. You couldn't get me.
Couldn't get me. I'm too smart and too fast.
The dream, it just, I mean, I know I got a lot of dreams. I get a little carried away sometimes. I know I gotta have stop coffee before bed. I'm aware. But this one, it was different. It felt real. I'm thinking, I don't know anything about it. Do you think, look into it?
Did you relay the message of
Yeah,
the
the whole
dream
thing.
before this? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. That sounds real specific, so I'm sure there are ways to get into that. Yeah, you had a lot of details. You had purple crystal, fabric went...
A complete full slurp.
You got a slurp.
Full slurp.
You know I love an adventure.
Yeah.
Okay. It sounds like a real good one.
It sounds very interesting.
I mean, we can do other things while we're like researching this a little bit, but like,
No, no, I'm in. And what do you think? Blick.
Are you okay there?
I'm fine. No
You
one.
didn't get startled at all?
No, I'm cool as a space cucumber.
Yeah.
toasty.
So cool.
So toasty.
Miss Brenda, are you sure you didn't read a novel before you went to sleep?
I mean, I did, but that one was not related at all.
It doesn't have.
Ooh, spicy.
Well, it doesn't.
Ooh, Brenda's spicy
You know, it
novels.
doesn't have to be related to.
The spicy novels are the cheapest and easiest to collect.
Fair enough.
Okay. Well, I'm just concerned that we're gonna go chasing something that's a bit unorthodox when we are on our way to a real job.
Well, maybe we check novels first. Like we just do a general search of the
How many
plot.
novels do we have to check?
She's
got a lot.
Fingers, kind of.
Did she just start growing more
And then,
fingers?
yeah, just more and more. I remember the novels like so well. This is not at all like not even a movie.
But what I'm concerned is that your beautiful brain of yours took everything that you read and stirred it all up in a pot and made a cool new thing, which is great. And maybe you should sell that and we could get some more money off that copyright. But if we chase after it, we're not actually going to the real job that we have. Our reputation is actually pretty good these days. No thanks to you, and the last time you busted down a door.
And then stole that door.
Flash to a scene of Trix full on double kicking through a door.
They're the one avatar and the other, and they both kick.
Yeah, they both kick in, double Trix.
You were like, I wonder if I can do both at the same time.
Double kicking through the door.
Zrab enabled it.
Which actually breaks the door in half, but then both of the Trix pick up both halves of the door and then take off with it. Consequently, they became the pieces of the door for the swinging saloon door.
It's important that you get the molding too
full
with
circle.
the hardware.
Full circle. We
Perfect.
came back.
All right. Wick, I see your concerns.
But we don't have to like go
He's
like
just a little
right
bit of a
away. We
hypocrite.
could do just a little bit of digging. Like, let's just see if, while we happen to be doing other things, which I agree are very, very important, we do very good work, if we can pick up maybe a little like crumbs along the way and see if it's got any merit.
I mean, we can certainly ask any of our contacts. I'm sure they'll help us. Where are we going again? I seem to have forgotten everything.
Luckily, I remember.
And then you said,
Luckily, I remember. And then
Like twinkling noises.
we flash to the job in motion. We're
Hell yeah.
already in motion.
Sorry, that was really loud.
The job actually
Sorry, Molly.
Sorry for that too. The job actually consists of only Bwick and Brenda.
Hell yeah.
Brenda
Team BB.
is in the chair.
Team BB.
Team BB.
Bees?
Bees, not the bees.
Bees.
Oh, no,
Can
I
I,
didn't.
can I quote that? I don't know what I can do.
Do whatever you want, and if it's awful, I'll bury you.
There you go.
We could just
Fair
shout,
enough.
no, not that.
We'll bleep it in post. It sounded
okay.
worse than it actually is.
So, so this was a mission where a little more of a subtle. As I'm saying these words, a mission where a subtle touch was needed.
No, I mean, yeah.
She can be subtle when she needs to be.
We find ourselves. Brenda's in the chair, on the Valkyrie in the chair. While Bwick, I keep wanting to say Bwick. Bwick has infiltrated a supposed charitable organization, the Matrons of Mercy.
Matrons of Mercy. Okay, gotta write that down.
That allegedly has been diverting food shipments from children's facilities all over the system. And Bwick is there to get proof by flash copying the hard drive of the CEO, Lilith Zane.
Okay.
So we find Bwick in the CEO's office. Brenda, you are in the chair and in the ear of Bwick. Okay?
Now just remember, when you're holding your champagne flute, you gotta hold it by the stem, otherwise it'll get warm and you'll stand right out.
Thank you. I am not a baby anymore, so I have figured out how alcohol works.
I am
In a year, you figured out how alcohol works.
A year and a half.
And
But
a
this
half
is
old.
fancy alcohol, and they're gonna be scrutinizing it.
Miss Brenda, I won't even pick up a flute. Don't even worry.
Oh no, you should. They're fun.
You are.
So good.
I can't be drinking on the job. We all know this.
You are. The Valkyrie, one of the things that has been, like I said, you have typically paid to maintain some systems on the Valkyrie and paid to upgrade some systems on the Valkyrie. One of those systems is intrusion software. So on very easy systems, when the Valkyrie lands, with very, very easy effort, Zephyr can connect the Valkyrie to some closed systems like this building. Thus, Miss Brenda, being in the chair, you can touch into the security feed, so you can, be in Bwick's ear and do guy in the chair things. That said, we find ourselves in the office of Lilith Zane. Lilith Zane is a feline-esque individual. They are rather androgynous. They are wearing a half kind of skirt, but also pants, but they are barefoot. They are wearing a small jacket with a tank top underneath, and they are wearing fine jewelry on their hands, on every finger, and very decadent arrays of bracelets.
And they're
on
in the
their
office
arms.
with me.
And you are in the office with them.
Okay.
Now, I should point out that you are not Bwick.
Okay.
You are somebody else.
Yes.
Who are you?
Oh, goodness. Right now, I am. So let me ask you this. Am I fully disguised or just taking on a persona?
I would say you are disguised under like magically disguised.
Okay. 'Cause
So
I don't have any of that. So. Oh, no, that's not true. I do have a disguised self. So I could be anybody.
Bwitchard.
Witchard?
Witchers, like
I was gonna be Sir Reginald because that's my favorite thing to say.
Reginald.
Would you stop?
I'm done. I promise.
Reginald?
Across my heart.
Reginald.
Sir Reginald.
Sir Reginald.
Sir Reginald.
So I can look like anybody with disguise self because I have that spell. So I also look feline in appearance.
Okay.
How tall is Lilith?
Lilith is a willowy 5'10".
Okay.
A willowy 5'10".
So Sir Reginald is going to be like 5'8.5", like just short enough to be under the power dynamic. So it's like
Absolutely.
not threatening,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
tall enough that it's kind of an eye-to-eye
Absolutely.
situation and not like really far down.
Absolutely.
And he is going to be dressed in very crisp clothes, like the slightly below what would be considered high class. So everything's like slightly off on purpose. It's a very nice blazer, but it's like 3 seasons ago.
Okay.
And there's a watch, but it's not keeping time. And like enough little details for Lilith to not be threatened by this individual of he doesn't actually have the resources that he says he does. But he did at one point and was at least trying to keep up with things. And everything's clean, nothing's dirty, nothing's dingy, but it's just slightly off. So just enough to like give that impression. He's the persona that Boyk is trying to put on is very demure, very like, not soft-spoken so much as just like listening to whatever they have to say.
Right now, they are on. Very like silky orange fur.
Okay. Gray fur
Okay.
for Sir Reginald.
They are currently on a call, and they are on the other side of the office. The office is opulent. It is very. It is. There are actually bowls of fruit on small stands all around this very large office.
Yeah.
Lounges, chase lounges, and like very comfy large cushions. You know, very Middle Eastern, I guess. Like
Sure.
Lounge. Lots of place, very opulent. The walls have very, very fine art around them, and it smells of spices. Currently they are on the other side of the office taking a call. You do see that there is a personal terminal at a small desk on the opposite side of where.
So closer to me.
Well, you are in the middle.
I'm in the middle. Got it.
You're in the middle. Desk is over here. They are over here, and they're like pacing back and forth.
Got it.
So,
Can I hear anything that they're saying?
roll perception, please.
7.
Do I have any view of this?
There are small cameras in the corners, so you have full view of the sides of it.
Okay.
4 corners of it, rather. Sorry.
It's family. One chance only.
Lock it up.
Lock up the dice.
With a 7 perception, no.
No, the room is too big.
Yes, but they are on a business call. They are holding a communications device to their head and don't seem to be paying much attention to you either. So,
Is there any way I can get into that?
get into their call.
Yeah. You can say no.
What do you use for like technology roles?
Intelligence usually. Like if it's like a hacking thing, it's usually some kind of
Could you
intelligence.
please give me an intelligence roll? Are you proficient in intelligence either? As well, rather?
No. It is an 18 though.
It is an 18. Okay, let's see if. Yep, you're in.
I know that sound.
We honor dice in this dojo.
We certainly do.
So yeah, you hear them speaking to someone in very clipped tones about shipments going missing.
Okay.
And how it's unacceptable, and but their voice is very silky smooth. They talk like this. They say, no.
You gotta keep that up, dude.
I'm gonna try. I am going to try my best. They say, no, the shipment, it cannot go missing. You must find it, or I am going to cut your fucking head off. And that's where we're gonna pick up with Wick.
Okay.
I'm gonna relay just a little bit of that, just like, oh, well, there's a business deal going wrong. They lost a shipment and they are threatening a lot. Yeah.
Do we know if this is the shipment that we're looking for?
Is there any way of me knowing that?
I would say, give me another tech roll. Because the first one was to get into the call.
This one is not as good. It's a 12.
It's a 12. You can't really, like with the way that you're actually entering the system, you can't really tell. Okay. I mean, the matrons of mercy do a lot of work across the system. So with the way that, you know, like they are speaking like kind of just talking generally, you can't be sure.
No idea.
All right. Okay. Well, this is going to be more difficult than I anticipated. All right. Wick is going to meander. Look at the art on the walls. Appreciate everything that's going on, and just so happen drift over towards the personal terminal. If any side eye is caught of like, because Wick is looking, he's like, all right, oh, wow. Just gonna stop and like stare at the art some more while this call is going on.
Could you please give me a performance or deception check? Your choice.
Performance or deception? It's the same. It's the same.
It's the same.
So, you know, we're gonna even try the creamsicle. This is not gonna.
This is so high stakes that the rubber band on my braid just popped.
Oh my God.
It's like, I can't handle it.
This is too much. Wait, hang on. I can't do math. 23.
23. Wait. They notice.
They notice me shuffling.
Shuffling over to the terminal. What name? What, Sir Reginald?
Sir Reginald.
Sir Reginald, what do you think you're doing over there?
I am admiring.
Roll deception.
Just playing solitaire.
Oh my God. Okay, hang on. 26.
Let's go bard.
It is fine art, is it not?
This is.
It is the finest art
It
in
is very
the system. And he
beautiful.
comes sashaying over.
Yeah.
And puts his arm around you and grabs a piece of fruit and tosses it to you.
Yeah.
They grab it
Yeah.
and toss it to you.
Yeah.
And bring you directly over to the wall.
Yeah.
And shows you the large canvas
Yeah.
of a, well, one could call it art. It is art is subjective.
Yeah, sure.
It is a large beast with a couple of faces. It seems to be quadrupedal, with the legs facing in on itself, and the faces are on top of each other, and the faces are open up sideways, and there's like several rows of teeth and a few crazy tendrils coming out, and those tendrils have teeth. And that's coming out of both faces. And then the shoulders on the beast also have mouths with tendrils coming off of them. And he goes, "This is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. Is it not?"
It is.
And
something.
then you feel claws
Yeah.
in your shoulder.
Yeah. I think Wick will not flinch, but in fact turn and look them in the eye and say, "What you feel is beautiful says so much about the nature of a soul."
Now, that's a persuasion check.
Okay.
That's a persuasion check if I ever heard one.
Oh. 11.
So what you're saying is you think it's bullshit. I just changed the shit out of that accent.
Mine's all over
so
the place.
angry.
I got so he got so angry his accent full on changed.
Know how that is.
Yeah, right.
Wick, wide-eyed. I think that the nature of a soul is something so personal to each person.
Roll deception at this point.
Not lying.
Okay, roll persuasion with disadvantage at this point.
Okay.
Please.
We're talking about one
right,
or
but
two
he's on
clones.
guard. They are on guard.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing is I think Wick's trying to
can
be
I- so
vulnerable.
can I,
Like really quick
So,
look up
yeah,
the
what are we
artist
doing
and
over
be
here?
like, well, okay, if it helps at all, like
Yeah.
the artist is blah blah blah, and they did it for the blah blah blah.
Okay.
So
19.
give me another one of those technology rolls. 19.
Yeah, as my lowest.
It's an 11.
That's your lowest, man. Bards with high charisma.
I love this
Bards with high
character.
charisma, and you found it. The artist's name is Hamfast Falco.
I love that you had that.
If you think I ain't got silly names,
Back burner.
on the back burner, I got them. Ready to go.
Do you want to write all of my silly names?
No, that's okay. But
No, that's okay.
if we could get some silly names in the chat, silly D&D names you got
Yeah,
in the
I'll
canon.
just put those in the
silly
back pocket.
D&D names who are front lead singers for Space 60s band.
Oh yeah.
There's
Yeah.
some good Space 60s bands in the chat.
Oh,
by the
there
way.
were some fantastic
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, absolutely. So, he goes, "God damn it, you are right." Damn it, you are right. And then they begin weeping and heave themselves dramatically onto one of the lounges.
Shades.
And, yeah. oh dear. And just heave themselves onto the lounge
Yeah.
and just sob quietly.
You're so valid for that, honestly. Good for them.
Yeah, you
Good
know
for
what?
them. They're
As you
feeling
should.
art.
That's how art should make you feel.
Yeah.
And there's also mouths on the feet. Like on the top of the feet, too. It's
We're
gross.
making art here, so if every single person in the chat isn't weeping openly right now, what are you doing?
My career's over.
Honestly.
Sorry. That was loud.
That's how I feel about my art.
So, leaving you wide open, so Bwick just wanders over.
Yeah, just still looking like, just, you know, every so often does a little like, wow.
You see this entire thing.
Yeah, I'm laughing. I'm laughing so hard. Like, oh gosh.
Miss Bwick, stop
Yes.
Oh my God.
Stop it. I swear to God. I swear to God.
And then, as you connect the device to the terminal, you get the package of information, thus incriminating the Matrons of Mercy
Perfect. Fantastic.
in that. And then we're going to
Can I
flash
get,
away.
can I get out of this disguise now?
Just as Bwick is just casually walking out to the CEO, weeping over the soul of art.
The soul of art.
The soul of art.
Yeah.
And our friend Hamfast.
Thank you, Hamfast.
And
Thank you, Hamfast.
Hamfast Falco Thank you, Hamfast. Another flash. We're going to meet up with Brenda and Zrab, actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's me.
that's you.
That's me.
So you're in the med bay slash
Home.
Brenda's pad.
Depending on the
pad.
seriousness, you can see everything or you can see nothing.
Fair enough. You've just finished. I wouldn't say you were on a job, but I'm gonna say you were on a space station, and Zrab got into a fight.
As Zrab does.
Zrab has been leaning into a little more like mad chemist kind of bent as opposed to chemist and
The
fighter.
line is very fine.
Right. So the line, yeah. So chemist and mad chemist, we're leaning that way. So Brenda and Zrab are in the med bay, and Brenda is patching Zrab up after a particularly rough fight. Now, perhaps something to note, and this is probably another 6 months, 2 years in, guys. Yeah, we're hopping.
We're hopping.
Okay.
We're hopping.
Hippity hopping.
Hippity hopping. You don't stop it.
Oh, gosh. Is this? Would you say that this is probably more like a slash or like a bruise or like something that maybe one of your fancy chemistry things did?
Well, that's actually a point of note, is that Zrab has been tuning their serums and getting a little reckless about it.
I keep telling you, if you make one of the fancy potions, you gotta make something that does the opposite, just in case something like this happens. I know they're fantastic, they're wonderful, they do great things. I love them for you. But you gotta. It's like a poison. You need an antidote.
Yep, I know. It's just, when you think you nailed it, you get a little bit full of yourself. You're like,
Even when you nail it, you gotta nail the opposite too. And just consider that like another challenge.
as much as you're speaking my language, it takes so much time, and it's so much easier to just stab and go,
Yeah.
And you always pull me out of it, so.
One of these days, I'm not gonna be able to pull you out of it. And then where will you be? With whatever you got going on here.
Zrab, you got thrown through a bar. Now, when I say a bar, I don't mean a standalone where you walk up and buy drinks. I mean the building.
So this
got
was an
thrown through the
explosion
building.
and not a side effect. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
I take back what I said.
yeah.
Just
you got
don't.
whipped, you got
Just
whipped
stop.
through the bar.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. By a person or by myself?
It was by an individual.
Okay.
But you really wanted to try out that serum, you know what I mean?
Cool. Look, it's a combination of many things that I will never do some of again. Okay.
All right. Let me roll medicine, I guess. See what I can do to help.
Please do. Because his knees are backwards. Oh. Yeah, absolutely. If you could roll medicine, please.
It's a 15.
That's a 15?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, one of them's normal.
Got one of them. What did
Yeah.
Okay, let's backtrack. Like, what did I do for this one that we could... My dear,
Yeah.
I mean,
can we talk through this?
Yeah. What do you...
shit.
He's one of the side effects of these serums one of the features of these serums is an incredibly strong painkiller. So he's just fine right now.
Yeah,
Buzzing. Totally.
absolutely.
Absolutely not in pain, but he can see that something's wrong.
As one is wont to do.
When your knees are back.
When your knees are back.
Only one knee now. Only one knee now.
Only one knee.
Do you think it would be possible to walk with your knees like this?
I prefer not to.
Flapping.
All right.
Just flapping.
Can I roll again?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Or can you just about?
Oh, I could also use a spell. Oh, yeah. This is definitely what the spells are for. What do I like? Cure wounds. It's not so much as a healing word. It's not really a wound.
It's an injury, so yeah.
It's fine. Go ahead. I think it fits because magic.
Yeah,
It's magic.
Yeah.
Where is my? There it is. Wrong one. 1d4 plus 6. I saw the 6 and I was like 6. That is a 10.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, first off, what does your magic look like? When you're casting this spell, what does it look like?
A cloud of glitter. It's just like
Love her so much.
Do you like, or you just like, ka-ka, and
it's
it's
one
like
of those
glitter.
like it's like a little bit of like a little bit of this and then some of this and then just like
Okay, and then just glitter adheres to everything, and there's just like a sickening.
glitter is gonna adhere. Glitter is gonna adhere to everything anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
The nature of glitter.
Absolutely, glitter gets.
It's like
everywhere.
a like a puffy cloud, like a little bit of colored smoke, but mostly just and it settles over, and then a click.
And then
Yep.
as
Yep.
as your knees get put back in place. Okay, so yeah, absolutely. You are not fully healed, but everything's back in proper working order.
Cool.
Your arms are, the one arm is back in the socket where it's supposed to be, and your knees are back where they're supposed to be. So
Cool.
kudos, good for you.
Yay.
So basically, and that's where we're going to zoom out on Zrab and Miss Brenda. And time is going to pass again.
You're playing fast and loose with how long clones are going to be around.
Hey, we're almost there.
No, I've
Almost to our death point.
clones being gonzo.
Clone expiration date.
I don't care for that at all.
No.
So,
Listen, the clones know. I don't know if you guys know.
No, I don't. I guess at this point I wouldn't
I
know.
wonder if this.
No, because we said that we would tell you guys
At some
when
point.
you made us captain because
Oh, yeah,
we
that's
didn't
true.
want.
That was something we discussed.
Yeah, you to make us captain, and we're supposed to be like, peace.
Yeah, we were like, oh, captain. That's we gotta tell you.
We have to tell you something. But so far, everybody's cool with it. So
So what is the end date?
we don't know. We just know it's the cell disintegration, degeneration.
Slow cell death.
Yeah, it's like, you know, we're constantly checking it. We were talking about this off stream. It's like every 6 months between the two of us, someone goes, "Oh, I'm gonna check it," and then like Wick specifically is like, I've had a thought. That's not his accent, but I've had a thought, right?
Not a thought. I'm Wick.
Sorry,
That's my thinking
You haven't dropped Reginald. Yeah, you haven't dropped Reginald.
Sorry, let me drop Sir Reginald.
A champagne glass is placed in front of you. How do you grab it?
I've had a thought. It looks like I can. I've had a breakthrough. Give me 6 more months, and then just like back and forth.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Lots of us
Kind of ignoring it.
trying
to
ignore
fix
it, but trying to fix it.
But like, there's no solution.
Got you.
Yeah.
Well, cell's holding strong so far. You do see a little bit, but it's
Yeah.
holding strong for now,
Yeah.
and probably will for a little bit. So, maybe.
Listen, we got to get to next week.
But now, we again. I don't know if that's. Let's try this one.
See what the vibe
Oh
is.
wait, no, that's not it.
Put it on shuffle.
Shuffle.
Don't do that to Liz.
We'll just go back to this. So, we find ourselves with checking in. Well, not checking in. Catching up with Trix and Bwick. You guys found yourselves on a planetoid. You'd gone off by yourselves. Who's to say what happened? But we catch up with the both of you running through the city.
Oh.
And an angry mob is chasing you. Like she's screaming, "Ah, you can get back!" You have both managed to elude the angry mob thus far. Trix, your expertise in navigating urban environments has been pretty excellent, helping out thus far, so far. So as we find Bwick and Trix catching their breath in an alley.
I blame you for this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta stop.
I can't.
This is the third mob in the last year. We can't keep doing this. How close is the Valkyrie?
The Valkyrie is probably about, in real world terms, probably about a mile.
Okay.
A mile.
Okay.
And these characters can move quick, right? But
Yeah.
it is about a mile from your location.
Okay. All right. Because my solution does not work at a mile.
So,
Because what doesn't work out?
I have a solution. I have a solution. I always do. But you're the one that put us a mile out.
where the hell did they go? Oh, the one was two, but they're, what? It's not
one
two.
was
The one was two, but the one was two. She was one. The little pale one. Where did they go?
Are they twins? Who's to say?
Who's to say? Can I see the mob? Like, if I peek my head around the corner?
Not currently.
Okay.
Not currently.
Is that in
So-
character noise?
Yeah, that's the bird noise.
So, guys, I gotta ask, just real quick, if you can tell me, what caused this incident?
What
Do we
caused
know?
This incident? Oh man.
Do
How
we
did it
know?
get?
Was there a random act of violence? Because apparently Trix is getting
Rowdy.
rowdy,
Apparently so.
rumpusy.
Yeah.
Rumpus.
You know what? I feel like, again, always coming back to like she's just kind of letting loose with this new lifestyle of hers, and I feel like she's trying to pull tricks on the wrong people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then she did it in the wrong people here, and it was to someone like important or whatever, and then it just got, or like it was a thing that just did it to one person, and then it just affected everyone else around, and so they just got like angry
Like
at that.
a grocer, or like pranked a grocer and ended up like spoiling like some produce. Or
Yeah, something like that, and then it just and so everyone was just everyone just got angry, and it's just like, we gotta run her out.
If we were going to get supplies, right? If this was a supply
Yeah.
run for food for the ship,
Yeah. That
makes-
Bwick is a
yeah.
very good negotiator, right? Very charming, and likes to talk with people to get contacts on these places so that they can
Yes,
come back,
absolutely.
right? So that's why Bwick is with Trix, because it's like, hey, I can talk to the people and I can get that communication going, and maybe I'll get the prices down. Not always, but that's not important.
Meanwhile,
right?
Trix is trying to swipe it.
Right.
While you're doing
Right.
So let me think if I got the situation correct here. While Bwick is trying to negotiate with this shopkeeper,
Yeah.
right? And maybe a negotiation went south, and you're like, okay, I'll take my business elsewhere. Trix's response to this was double kicking through the front window because fuck you a little bit,
Just a little bit.
You fuck with my captain? You fuck with my captain?
and then teleporting right back out and then running off. And then,
She's very impulsive.
Hey.
She doesn't really think it through.
hey, that's.
I'm glad that she
that's-
likes Bwick enough, though, to be like, fuck you.
Oh yeah, at this
You know.
point,
Hey,
I'd hope so.
Couple,
Yeah.
couple
2 years.
in.
Yeah,
shit's-
2 years and the
this-
captain.
That's family.
Yeah.
You know, bounty helping.
Bounty helping.
helping bound around.
Bounty helping.
So, anyway, we find ourselves again in an alleyway with our bounty helpers.
Yep.
What do you do?
Are there any like sewer grates in this alley? Nearby?
Yes.
Yes.
So, like, you're eyeballing a sewer grate.
Yeah, like, I'm kinda
and
looking, I look back
You
and
know,
I'm just
Blick's
like,
you know, I'm like readjusting and starting to press some buttons because, you know, this is science and magic, right? So, like,
Absolutely.
start a new disguise and, like, mid-transformation, mid-change into something else. Not so original. Just a guy named Joe. Just Joe, right?
Joe.
Two personas, Sir Reginald
and Joe.
Just Joe.
Right?
Just
but
Joe,
like
JJ.
mid. So like Joe is just this like really kind of average looking Fazillion, which is just a rabbit-like alien creature. And so mid, you see feathers and you see fur and like some ears, and it's like, what are ya doing?
There's a sewer we could go in, try to make our way.
What if they come down the sewer?
I don't think they do that. They don't know where we are yet.
Okay, listen. You can't, this is not how we talk. We had a plan for when we needed to escape, and the first thing was I was going to change and talk to them and be like, wow, don't know who those people were, but they're gone.
They're super not here.
They're super dead, actually.
They just, I saw them, they ran over here and died.
They died.
They died right over, where'd their bodies go?
I don't know.
You know, magic.
We talked about that. Now, do you trust your captain or not?
I mean, yeah. I don't know, it made me mad.
Made you mad, all right? And if you go out into the crowd, you're gonna get mad, or even if I talk to you, all right. Well, okay, if we can get closer to the Valkyrie, I can get us further along. I got a transport beacon. And I can get us, how many feet? I'm using a spell for this.
Wait. Hold on.
500 feet. If we're 500 feet within the Valkyrie, I can just get us there.
Yeah, then why don't we...
But if we go down, we're gonna be further feet away.
Well, if we start...
Roll insight, please.
Okay.
Roll insight, please.
Two people in an alley just like,
Oh, that's a nat one.
One is
That one? Okay.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, okay, fair enough. You are not aware that all Bwick wants to do is avoid funky poo gas.
Also, yes. Have you seen this outfit? Have you seen this outfit?
funky poo guy.
That's the technical term on this planet.
Okay, got it.
Good to know.
Funky poo gas. That's how they say it here.
One word.
I'm not winning on the. I'm not winning on any accent situation tonight.
That's okay.
What are we doing, Valkyries?
Yeah, okay, clearly don't want to go in the sewer.
Are you still heading into the sewer?
I mean, I'm not going to if you're not.
Okay.
It'd be worse if we split up.
All right. So, here's what we're gonna do. You stay here. I'm gonna distract him, get him away, and then we gotta get closer to the Valkyrie, and we'll be good. That's all we need. We just need to get them away from us, and next time, be sneakier about it. I don't care if you get mad at a shopkeep. I don't, because some of them are fucking assholes. But what I need you to do is not do a flying kick, because that's cool as shit, but not when, not when I'm trying to take my dignity and go.
Smash cut to many scenes throughout moving through the next number of years apart from this campaign of Trix flying through many different windows and doors.
Quick's like, what? It's
Sometimes
flying
it's
and
Grindel
crashing
like,
through
oh,
windows.
who's gonna pay for that?
Could
It's
you
not
just
me.
maybe like after, maybe we could just pay him in advance and you could just go. All right, this is not.
Take this child to a smash room.
We need to.
That's why she's always going to the rumpus.
Always
we
going
got
to-
the smash room. It's called the
She
rumpus.
goes to the rumpus more than Zrab goes to the rumpus, and Zrab is a literal animal sometimes.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely in the future, I think Bwick is like just kind of accepting it. But this is like I think the first time that he's seen it in response to something that has happened to him, right? Because I'm making an assumption here, but Trix and Zrab seem kind of like more buddy.
Yeah.
We're 2 years in. It's kind of like, oh, these are the connections we've made. And like, yeah, Bwick is also your captain, but Bwick understands that there is a difference between the two of them, which is wild, right? But this difference of like action versus communication. And so you're hot-headed. Zrab's hot-headed. There's no communication needed to be that. So Bwick's like, okay, all right, that's fine. You do your own thing. And so that's the first time I think Bwick ever was like, oh, for me? Great. Could we not though?
Could we not?
Right. So it's like this like kind of conflict, because you also have to realize that these two are still babies, like 2 years of life experience, picking up quickly with all of the kind of ingrained memories from the professor, but being able to experience kind of relationships on this level is like insane. So Bwick is like genuinely trying to save your ass right now by being like, okay, if I change and just divert them, we won't have to fight anything. Not that I can't fight, but we could just not.
Okay.
Right. So that's kind of like the.
And then Brenda
the
doesn't lecture you later.
Right. Well, has Brenda ever lectured Bwick?
Probably.
Okay.
I would imagine that probably yes.
Probably yes.
Yes.
Probably yes. But so.
Because again, toddler.
Yeah. True.
Just again, toddler.
Just sometimes stuff goes in the mouth.
Sometimes stuff
So-
goes in the mouth. I know that the stove, the oven, the stovetop is very cool,
Eating
but you can't
screws.
put your hand on it.
Is this edible? I don't know.
Is this edible? I'm gonna eat it.
Listen, there's a bunch of planets. Everything's new.
Yeah.
So that's the plan for
Okay.
Bwick to go out to the mob as somebody else.
In the meantime, are you just clinging onto a wall?
Yeah, no, I think that's what I do. Just kind of be clinging on there, just kind of like looking just to make sure nothing causes to maybe go wrong. So she's
All right,
keeping
so
an
just
eye out
like
for that.
Spidering up onto the wall.
Yeah.
Hell
pretty
yeah.
much,
And like looks up and like gives you a little one. And so Bwick transforms into this just like the average looking individual who is a little older. Like not old enough to need an old person voice, but will have an old person voice.
Okay.
I'm just like, hey, I can't do this voice because my voice is cracking. Fuck.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
So as you're stepping out,
Yeah.
the crowd is actually like coming around.
Yeah.
All different types of races.
All the aliens.
All the aliens,
All the
because we're in space.
Yeah, try to
We're-
describe an alien, Brad. Try to describe an alien.
We're in space.
There's an
Let it run
alien.
wild, guys.
There we
Use
go.
your imaginations. You're creative. I'm your DM too. You all gain a level. But not you guys.
Oh,
Sorry,
great,
not
thanks.
yet.
I'm going to use that the next time anybody has a problem with me.
Right? Please let me be your DM. So anyway, I don't have time.
Make the time.
No, I did something. I can't make those promises.
I can't make those
so-
promises.
Okay. Yeah, like hobbles out with
Yeah.
with his little like sad rabbit ears. Like, oh, what's going on?
The crowd comes around and a very bulky individual with skin kind of like seaweed, like draping off him. He walks up and goes, "Did you see the little pale one and the bird go around here somewheres?"
A bird.
He's got a pitchfork because
Of course, the
Space
mob.
pitchfork.
his space pitchfork.
It's all like LEDs.
It's kind of like a Schmeichmaber, but it's definitely three-pronged,
Three-pronged.
like a
Yeah.
like a pitchfork.
Yeah.
Go.
I've never seen no bird around these parts. Are you sure you're in the right place?
Roll deception, please.
Yeah, of course. I just realized I have proficiency in this.
Ha-cha-cha.
So, right? So, help me.
What?
So, proficiency, so it would be.
Proficiency, it's already on.
Oh,
your
sorry.
sheet. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. If it's
that's what
marked,
I'm.
it's already
No,
on. You're
that's
good.
what I make sure I was doing the right thing.
You got it.
Helpful.
17.
Wait a minute. I don't know you. I don't know you. I've never seen you in town, and you just came out of the alley where I assumed that those two went.
No, I came out of the sewer. Are you kidding me? That's my home.
Roll deception again.
Out of the sewer. It's where I live.
What'd you roll?
9.
A 9? I believe you may live in a sewer, but not this sewer, madam. Or sir.
My gender is up for
Madam.
debate.
Madam.
Say again?
My gender is up for debate. I'm old.
I will not debate that here today.
Oh, you debate me right now.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Can I hear all this happening?
Yes, absolutely. You're
Please.
perched
Thank
above them
you.
like a yeah.
We're perched above.
Oh,
22.
vampire.
22.
And then the debate happens. He loses the debate, and the crowd disperses due to the fact that they were out for blood,
And they got bored.
and they got bored of a debate about the elderly rabbit's gender.
We just need some berry pizza. Let's get going.
And they ran off. A broken window on one shop apparently was not worth pursuing.
like shifts back out, little like sparks of magic come and like Wick like brushes off and looks up the wall at you. And goes,
She's on like the roof at this point. She's just been like looking over.
No,
Hey, great job.
It has been an hour and a half.
Oh, then honestly, I think she'd be slumped up there, just kind of like taking a little bit of time to do like that
Man,
kind
I
of
wish I
thing
had
because it
berry
was
pizza
like
right now.
because she got the same as them, just like this is going on for too long. I'm bored. I'm not
we
doing
did,
anything.
And like looking way up at you, like, and we did it without any bloodshed. Now, isn't that nice?
She slumped up there.
Okay.
Asleep. And then we're gonna cut there. We're gonna cut that scene. We're gonna cut that scene. And we find ourselves on the bridge
Wick so much.
of the Valkyrie. We find ourselves on the bridge of the Valkyrie. And a message comes through on hey guys, a message just came through from a contact on Vesta Terminal. You've been getting jobs through a third party on Vesta Terminal. They run a casino. Their names are, she is the matron of the casino. Her name is Katya. But a message came through from Katya that there is a job for you that is right up the alley of the Valkyrie. So, just as take a step back for a moment. Some pirate crews in this age, this is the job. Some pirate crew doesn't want to play nice and has appropriated medical supplies bound for pediatric hospitals.
Brenda's mad. So mad.
Already.
So mad.
The first line comes through the terminal and Brenda's shaking.
The children.
Miss Brenda, please, let's finish the message.
Since the crew of the Valkyrie has a rep for doing jobs that lean more altruistically, thought they'd send it over first, being bounty helpers and all. And since, again, there's a lot of, helping the kids aspect of the Valkyrie that happened to happen, didn't really plan for that, but hey, that's a bent, So, the supplies are being housed in a transport depot on the edge of Dorshian space, and are only going to be there temporarily. So, the mission, once landed, the Valkyrie can patch into the depot's security systems. So, if Brenda, you stay on the ship, you could monitor them if you wanted to, and provide situational reps. And depending, you might be able to even help on some of the roles, being connected to the security systems. an alias has been created for a buyer or the pickup person of these supplies. They are expecting an individual named Crimzo Clupe, as well as likely some help to move the goods. You are meeting with the depot chief, a large Gordo named Dorzak Fuffins.
Fuffins?
Fuffins.
Okay.
Dorzak Fuffins. What did I say?
Sounds like a
I got
teddy bear.
I got names.
I need you to make a list of them and then give them to me.
I can't.
I cannot.
Because if I gave you Fuffins, I wouldn't have Fuffins.
I know.
A magician never reveals his secrets.
So, we find ourselves, that mission packet has just come in. And the crew of the Valkyrie is all on the bridge together. What do we think?
Are you gonna let us not take it? Like, I think that we're locked in because I don't want to live with the repercussions of saying no to you.
I think that I would certainly be disappointed if we didn't.
Oh, she pulled the disappointment.
Yeah, there's nothing I want less.
Ah, shucks. Ah, gee.
Ah, gee.
Ah,
Oh
gee.
no, we want to do the thing.
Sorry, go on. Apologies.
Miss Brenda, are we sure that you'll be able to help us in a non-emotional capacity?
I certainly think that in this situation that maybe emotions might be helpful.
In the field, I don't know if that'll help us.
I could stay here and help from the sidelines.
As long as in our earpieces, we're not getting a running commentary. Because as much as I love that.
But they're babies.
Okay, but we're not picking up babies. We're picking up supplies for the babies.
Yeah, but the babies, they need the supply.
Okay, but you cannot create a fake baby and then give us their life story while we're trying to pick up the supplies.
She's gonna tuck away the notebook that she. I simply don't know what you're talking about.
Miss Brenda, I love your stories. I do. I truly, truly, truly love your stories. But I want to make sure that we are all in the same headspace when we are going on this mission.
Pragmatic Bwick. Pragmatist,
Absolutely, 100%.
Wick takes the captain position very seriously.
apparently.
Yes, I promise I will.
And then after we got it all back on the ship, then you can tell me about your 30 babies that you've made up and that don't exist.
They're so sweet.
I know they're sweet, and you can write fan fiction all day long, and then we can go visit the real babies.
Can we visit the real baby?
I don't see why we couldn't. If we're getting supplies for the babies, we might as well go and see the real babies. I don't want to see a baby.
Do I hear that?
Roll perception and roll stealth for whispering.
Okay.
About not wanting to say babies.
23.
What's your perception?
There's a nat one.
No, you do not hear that.
I'm just really excited.
Yeah,
about
you like
maybe
start
seeing
talking
babies.
about.
I'm like, yes,
No,
I can.
You're too wound up on your emotions.
I can
It
behave.
depends
I
on
can
the
behave.
species.
We came out of eggs. I don't want to see any more of that.
Some of the babies came out of eggs.
I'm sorry.
I'll look at an egg.
I wasn't talking about babies and eggs. I was talking just eggs.
I heard nothing though. It's fine. I heard nothing. She says, yes, I can behave. I promise. Please save the babies.
We have to see the
will,
babies
Brenda.
because if it's the exchange we have to make.
We don't have
for
to give
not
it the supplies to the babies themselves.
You
I
don't
assume
have to
they're-
come.
So hey, we're gonna just go. Hey, question. What is everyone? Who is someone gonna be impersonating this Crimzo Clupe?
Do they know what Crimzo Clupe looks like?
Do we know?
No, it doesn't. There's no description. So I guess
No description on either side, for us or for them.
there's nothing in the packet. So one would make the assumption that you could create
Come on, try that again, Zeph.
Crimzo Clupe.
Wait, that
Good one.
I don't. Is that
Puffins.
the name? I thought it was Plupe.
Clupe.
Plupe. Oh, great. I can't hear. I got feathers in my ears.
I can't read.
Crimson.
I can't read either, but that's a pretty problem and not a quick problem.
Crimzo Clupe, as well as some help to move the goods. So what is everyone going to be doing on this mission? In a role capacity.
I think I'd be best trying to go get the supplies.
Yeah, I can go in the field. I can look pretty muscly.
Okay.
Short, but muscly.
Just fluff up
Very
the feathers.
yeah,
stout.
just really
Just
gotta
really just
Very
preen a little
stout
do
with
it.
bit.
fluffy
Yeah,
feathers.
do a little
Yeah.
preen and maybe a bit of a scaring. You know, just like.
Oh yeah, I'll sharpen my teeth.
Oh,
before we
there you
go
go.
in.
There you go.
Hold on.
He has teeth.
Oh.
No,
Oh,
he doesn't
no.
have a beak. I'll share art in the server later.
Oh.
They're bird
I
like.
thought they were. I thought.
They're
Yeah.
not fully bird faced.
I thought they had full beaks. So when you said they had to, bird,
They're
Like
bird
geese.
They're pointed noses.
I was
I
gonna
don't-
wait,
I
but I'll
don't
just
like
send
that.
it now so
Okay.
everyone can see.
Yeah,
and
it's-
know
if
that
you're
this
in-
is
if
not
you're-
a bird with teeth. This
Get
is
in
a-
our Discord server. If you're not in our Discord server, do it now.
Be in the Discord
it.
server, and you will be
Please.
able to access
Please.
drawings.
No, I'm done with pleases.
We don't say please.
I'm
We
done.
don't say please on
We
stream.
make
please.
We are
demands.
telling you.
Egg in the chat,
Join
please. I'll
egg
give
in the
you
chat.
another level.
Egg in the chat. No, please.
Brad, my cast is in the chat. You can't give them more levels.
Cannon.
I'm gonna kill you.
I win.
Anyway.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That said, so, and then, Miss Brenda, will you be going into the field, or are you staying on the ship?
I think I'm gonna stay on the ship.
No wrong answers.
No.
No
I
wrong.
think I'm gonna
Okay.
stay on the ship. I've got some tricks up my sleeve that I can do from afar.
Okay. Very good.
Some tricks.
And one would make the assumption that Wick would be
The impersonator.
the
Impersonating.
Crimzo Clupe?
Crimzo would be creating Crimzo Clupe.
Yes, correct. Creating this because as far as there is no information given about who they look like, what they sound like.
Correct.
Okay. So
Correct.
yeah, I think once this discussion happens and then, you know, it's kind of like, oh, and you'll disguise yourself, right? like I think that was what happened,
Everyone's
right?
just like, hey, what,
Yeah.
this is like everyone just like, and then you gotta like, and then someone's gonna have to like be this person, and then you're just like, and then right?
And none of us really look like a Crimzo Clupe. You really got to take it from the name and create it from there, right?
Right. I need like at least 5 hours and a book of Shakespeare.
Do you want help?
I will take a wall to bounce
Would you-
off of.
All
In a
right.
book of Shakespeare. Who the fuck is Shakespeare?
He did those really cool, you know, like the raps that they were like.
Oh, Shakespeare. Sorry, Shakespeare.
If Shakespeare comes out of his grave to copyright strike me, I will take it.
I'm sorry, Bill.
But yeah, so book is like, you know, I've got to build a character.
Makeover montage.
There is a look of kind of like panic on Book's face because as much as Book is like flamboyant, Book doesn't like build characters. Joe and Sir Reginald are the only two that he has, and so far they've worked really well, right? And like his tech and his
Highs and
magic.
lows.
His tech and his magic can make him look like anything,
Yeah.
but he hasn't. He's only 2 years old. He hasn't figured it out yet.
Don't sweat it. You got this.
How much time do we have before we get there that we can figure this out?
At sublight, what is the term?
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
Hyperspace.
Hyperspace. If hyperspace, a day. If sub-hyper, I would say about a week.
Okay.
Get it? So it'll probably take about a week.
Okay. And they're expecting us.
And it'll be on a Monday. It's Space
Roughly
Monday.
on a
Space Monday.
Roughly on a space Monday. Roughly at a space 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
Yeah, roughly.
Eastern Standard Time. In
Eastern
space.
Eastern Standard Time. Yes.
Eastern Space Time.
Now, East Space Standard Time. Now, that said, everybody is. We're going to after a week. We're going to we'll go over everything again when we come back. But we're going to say we're on the approach to the depot. right? I would like to go around the table and do a suit-up montage.
Yes.
A suit-up montage.
A smontage, if you
A
will.
smontage, if you will.
Montage.
Suit up. Yeah, that works. Now, we're gonna start with Buick.
Okay.
We're gonna start. Instead of having Crimzo Clupe ready to go.
Yeah.
What does Buick look like when going on a field mission?
Field mission. So typically, Buick tries to look as approachable as possible.
Yes.
But kind of like a little suited up, a little vest, a little blazer, and has two like really chunky gloves that are on his arms that hold reserves of magic and some tech. And in a pinch, these are like air instruments, so can do a sick air guitar. Yeah, but like almost any instrument can just
Okay.
kind of play it because Wick has found an appreciation for theater and music in this kind of journey of discovery, because I assume there's downtime between missions, and so there's
Absolutely.
been like
I imagine we probably bonded over that as
yeah,
well.
like finding the books and finding the plays and watching the movies and learning these instruments and things. And so some of the music, I think, kind of between Wick and Tricks of being like, wow, this band is not for me, but you might like it, right? They're loud. Here you go.
They're loud. This is for you.
This is for you, right?
The travels of the Valkyrie are very. It's about new. It's about new across the board, right? You know, like shipping out because like fucking adventure and a bunch of money in a ship, and to take care and help take guide Tricks and not let her fully go off the handle. You know, but also
We can't break every single window.
can't break every window.
Most of them.
Yeah, just a couple of them.
You're
Yeah.
I mean, you
One
can break
window.
some,
Some windows.
and if you don't break windows,
Yeah. And he also has around his head, kind of like around the ear area, is like a tech kind of headband that goes into the eyes. And that also channels some of the magic and some of the tech as well. And so when you see like transformations of the like disguised self, that's kind of where it like radiates from, is from the headpiece then down into the gloves.
Oh, nice.
Some very slick kind of trousers, although every once in a while we'll wear the booty shorts. Just if we're going onto a planet that like there's a reputation for maybe needing it.
have you by now gotten custom Valkyrie
Absolutely,
booty shorts?
absolutely. There's booty shorts with everything, and then the peer review ones have had the R removed and then restitched back on because somebody thought it would be funny to take the R off.
Probably Tricks.
And Book doesn't know who it is, and so it's like an angrily stitched up
Peer
thing.
review.
But anyway, so Book actually looks like.
Zephyr really like me.
I would also like to add that Brenda probably stole the R from the other sorts and made it rear review.
Good, excellent. So, but not wearing booty shorts like right now. It's very slick. Feathers are actually kind of slicked back.
Yeah.
As much as possible. Everything kind of lays flat, but very open face. And I think that as they've discovered some more of themselves, Wick has developed kind of an iridescent sheen to his feathers.
Okay.
That you can't really see until it catches the light a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, so like a little like approachable, but like really nicely put together, and takes that captain role very seriously.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Zrab? What does Zrab look like when going into the field? Like the field? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When going into the field, Zrab is he's torn enough, like hulking out, torn enough shirts, and that he wears just a very basic like t-shirt.
What kind of wardrobe do you get that deals with you turning into an actual animal all the time? Spandex.
Spandex, yeah.
It's not like schmuck rules, right? Is it?
The pants are
Inshmettable
spandex.
schmuck?
The shirt, he thinks it's cool to rip them.
Yeah,
So-
he would.
Yeah.
Like the seams are like actually like picked every other
Yeah, to
stitch,
make
so
it
they like
easier.
yeah, so they can like bust out.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, they love to be able to like have that moment where they like
All right.
things fly off.
So they're just like a dude in a shirt and like some shorts?
Yeah, basically.
Like a bird dude?
Yeah, bird dude in a like black t-shirt and shorts and very, very utilitarian, not really worried
like,
about
real
what he looks
buff.
like, but buff.
Like real buff?
But like buff.
Okay, what are the colors of the feathers?
That's a really good question. I don't think we ever established. We have a gray streak.
Yeah, we have
The
a gray
gray streak.
streak. No, I don't think we ever really decided on feather color, but I'm picturing just like pigeon kind of scale where it's like there's some that are gray and there's some that are iridescent, some that go in the
Yeah.
white. And
Yeah.
So, maybe something, whatever you feel
Yeah,
like.
I would agree.
Yes.
Pigeon teeth.
But yeah, we'll find some feather reference for
Yeah.
later.
Fair enough. I think really it's for them more than
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
So and then like just like some combat boots or something?
Yeah, well, the the grippers are out because they got claws.
No.
They got claws, so they mostly, I don't think, wear shoes because they're kind of like raptors, like owl based. So they have like claw, like kind of like how like a fawn has the goat hooves.
Yeah.
It's like from the like mid thigh down, it's like raptor legs. So there's the big clunky claws, and they stomp around. So
All right.
yeah.
Nice.
And also
All right.
knees.
Also
Knees.
Also
they
knees.
do have knees.
Yeah.
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 Going the correct
For a
direction.
bird.
For a
For
bird.
a bird
Person.
Yes.
Right. Trix? What does Trix look like? Suit up. What's Trix
Suit
look
up,
like now? When she's going, like after it's been a couple of years, she is a couple of years, good pirating, bounty helping, and what does she look like now?
She looks like now. Okay, so hopefully I'll do better this time because last time I fucked up my description. So we came more prepared this time.
Good.
But like before, she had a more very like clean, proper look to her. She had a very nice, cleanly trimmed bangs, long black hair into like one braid. Kind of think like Wednesday Adam, like look, not personality, like look, kind of that sort of thing. But now she has like chopped her hair. It's now just like this short, shaggy black hair. And it also kind of helps to keep it out of the way, like a bit more.
For rumpusing.
Yes, exactly, for rumpusing. Exactly
For the
that.
weekly rumpus.
Yeah, and then her bangs she just kind of let like grow out more. That kind of like almost over eyes and
Every
stuff.
once
I
in a
imagine.
while, Brenda's gonna be like, "All right, we're trimming them."
I was gonna say, I'm glad I have Miss Brenda down because I'm just like, she would be like, "Please, can we?" She'd be like, "No."
The self-expression is all on you, but every once in a while, you gotta eat a vegetable. You gotta trim your bangs.
Slightly, ever so slightly.
Once in a while.
Yeah,
Once in a while.
yeah,
Eat
but
a vegetable.
yeah.
My wife says the same thing. And I simply
while,
just
eat
don't
a
understand why she
vegetable.
says them. Eat a vegetable. Why?
Why?
she's gonna start
Fries is
hiding.
vegetables. Fries is vegetables, right? In the chat?
No, potato is a starch. It's a great starch, and potatoes I would give my life for, but not a vegetable.
Really?
Yeah.
That's extreme. I'm sorry.
Pizza
it's
has
okay.
vegetables.
Please go on, Trix.
She now wears like a red bandana, like tie over her hair and stuff like that. She wants to be kind of like low key and like kind of sleek looking because she tends to be, I think, the one that's stealthing around and all that. So she kind of wears like a form-fitted leotard like on top and stuff like that. She wears like camo green colored cargo pants that have like kind of patches and stuff work on them because like from all of that kicking through windows and stuff, they've gone
They get
all
slashes.
Yeah, they got slashes and stuff, so they look tattered, but they're usable. She's got black fingerless gloves, keep grip on her.
We're going real Kim Possible here.
Oh, you're right. I'm not mad about
No, like in a good
I was gonna
way.
say, I'm
We
not
know
mad about
exactly.
that,
It's a
so
good
that's
look.
cool.
It
That's
is
cool.
a very good look.
Yeah, and then just has some combat boots as well because she needs some shit kickers to
Right.
go through
To
the
go
windows.
through windows
Yeah,
and to go through windows, skulls, what have you.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
She's got to be prepared for
Yeah, absolutely.
all kinds of things to kick into.
Yeah. Miss Brenda, I know you're not stepping out into the field, but in a pinch, in emergencies, Miss Brenda would have to go into the field. So, regardless, you'd have to get ready. What does Miss Brenda, what does she look like nowadays?
So She definitely looks very similar. She's just got a couple more like ornamental pieces going on, but if she has to go in the field on a pinch, she's going to make sure that she doesn't have like anything stored. She's going to take out her emergency first aid kit in case she needs to slip through something or go through a grate. It's not like left behind or like keeping her behind.
Yeah.
She's definitely going to spritz herself down with water. Got to keep hydrated. And not much armor going on, just kind of like maybe like a headset earpiece thing.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
bare bones.
All right.
Yeah.
Bare not bones?
Bare not bones?
Bare no
Bare
bones?
lateral
Bare
bones.
minimum, I think
Bear
is the term.
Bear slime.
Bare slime.
Bear goo.
So on the week's travel, thank you everybody. On the week's travel, and while we're traveling to the next job, hyper speed, we are going to kind of fade out. And Miss Brenda,
Are you gonna cliffhanger me again 2 weeks in a row?
Miss Brenda,
Hold on.
you're floating. It's a sea of formless, crystalline, pink magic. And you shift, and it's almost feels like water this time. You're not anywhere in particular. And then you find yourself standing on a bone white beach. The same bone white as that sarcophagus. And when you look up, the moon is the same purple as the jewel on the sarcophagus. And when you look down into the sand, you see words written.
Okay. In a language I understand.
Yes.
What do they say?
To be concluded.
I knew it.
You got.
I got. You done did it.
Good job.
Thank you very much for joining us for part 2 of Valkyrie. Thanks for watching Health Its Experience. Thanks for playing along, guys. Thanks for playing along in the chat and just playing along in general. Anything else? Do I got to do anything else?
Part 3.
We've got a
Part three?
hydrate command now.
Okay, great.
Oh, nice.
We got a hydrate command. Part 3 is next week, and then the week after is a week off from the show. And thanks to Community Access Media for the use of their facilities and equipment.
Yes, thank you very much. And we'll see you next time,
Next time.
everybody. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Finger guns. Bow, 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 bow. Brrrah!